Okay, guys, so what you're seeing today, again, give credit to Miss Caruana. She helped design all of this. She's really good with this curriculum stuff. I am not. But as we're looking at our next piece, especially with the way that Miss Caruana showed me how to teach this one, it is really, really important that you guys understand your basics, which is place values. Because if you've got your place value down, changing decimals into fractions is honestly super, super easy. We even have a nice little song that will teach you to help you be able to do it. So let's just put some numbers in here so you guys can copy these numbers onto your papers. We'll just make it easy. We'll go straight up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When we talk about the place values are really easy if you recognize that there is one place value more important than all the rest, because all of the place values flip around that one value. Which one do you think it is? Good job, Zach. It's the ones.
Oh.
So once I know the ones, I now know all the rest, because I'm fairly confident you guys have learned all of them going to the left, right?
Yes.
So what comes after ones?
2.
The 3 would be in the
10.
tens. So here's why it's so important, guys. Because my 1 is where it flips. Now all I do is I write that exact same word, except with a TH. So the next one past tens would be hundreds. So the other side is hundreds. The next one past thousands. And then the next one would be 10,000. So as long as you understand that it all flips around the ones, putting together place values should be very easy for you. It's really important that you be able to say these correctly. So when I'm actually saying a number, what do I say for the decimal place? Nope. I want to get away from that. It does not point. And. So, in proper mathematical terminology for the decimal point, we're going to say the word and. That tells me I'm now continuing into decimal places, okay? So, this number here would be set as 34 and 5,678 10,000ths. Okay? Get away from the point, because if you understand the place value, this is going to make what we're about to teach you on changing decimals to fractions extremely easy. So fraction review, we already did some of this. This one should be really easy. Our 1 is what? What do we call that? Numerator. And then the 2 is? Y'all are nailing it so far. This should be easy, right? Okay. So in a fraction, we've got a numerator and a denominator. Everybody good so far?
Yes, sir.
So now let's do another quick review. Since we just taught you this guy, right? We said Dr. Pepper. Right? Last time I did the arrows the other way. It doesn't really matter which way you do the arrows. Just remember, if I'm going decimal to percent, I'm moving it to the right. Percent to decimal, I'm going to the left. What do you think those mean on this side? Fraction to decimal. So what's my trick?
I thought you moved to the left.
We haven't taught you one, and I don't have one for this. So let's turn the page. And instead of a trick, I'm going to give you a little tune. The tune is actually really simple, guys. So the first thing I need to do is say it. We're going to say it. The second thing we're going to do, once I have said it, now in my brain I should now say, okay, I understand what this is. I'm going to write it.
Ooh, I know it.
And the last step is my personal favorite.
Solve it.
No.
Rewrite it. Can't write it. Sing it. Solve it. Fight it. Eat it. Get it right and restate it. Simplify it.
Yes! There you go! Simplify it!
There you go. This ain't no tune.
Oh, it ain't a song?
No.
Well, listen up, kids.
Oh,
Here's what we gotta do. Oh, if you want to change a decimal to a fraction, you say it, write it, simplify it. Okay, guys, let's try that together. Everybody ready? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say it, write it, simplify it. Got it? Everybody good? Okay, so let's practice doing that. Whoa, got a little ahead of myself. So, first thing, guys, come on now, bring it back in. First thing we need to do is say it. So how do I say this?
0.5.
Mary?
0
0 and
and 5.
5/10. Now I write it. I've said it, so I should be able to write it. I said 5/10. See how we write it? So once I've said it, it's now should be in my brain. And our last step is simplify it. So what can I simplify by?
1.5.
What did I simplify by?
5.
5. So you're giving me the answer.
1/2.
1/2.
A half.
Okay. Now let's try our next one.
Okay.
Now I'll give you a little heads up, guys. If I have something in the whole number piece, do I really need to worry about that? Nope, I don't. So let's go ahead. Who thinks I can say this one? Go ahead.
1 and 6/10.
Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the decimal piece. So he said 1 and, now we write it, 6/10. Now we simplify it. So how do I simplify? What do I divide by?
3.
2?
It's 3.
Can't divide by 3. 10 doesn't divide by 3. That gives me 3/5.
And then you can simplify.
Now that I have the fraction piece, guys, all I need to do is put that whole number piece back in front of it. Easy enough? Okay? So, one more. Okay, let's try it though. Again, if I've got a whole number piece to it, I can basically ignore that. So, let's get someone. Kenneth, you haven't read yet. How do I say this one? Say the whole thing. 1 and 41/100. So now I said it, now I write it, 41/100, and I simplify. Guys, again, this is where your 4 key numbers, 2, 3, 5, and 7 come in. I just checked both of them. Can I divide them both by 2? No. Can I divide them both by 3? No. Can I divide them both by 5? No. Can I divide them both by 7? No. Guess what? It's simplest form. If you say no 4 times, you're in simplest form. So now I put the whole number back in front of it, 1 and 41/100. See how easy this is? Okay. Now, this one we actually just did, but let's review this again. If I'm going to convert a fraction to a decimal, the first thing I need to worry about is doing what? Who remembers what I taught you? No. No, that's decimal to fraction, guys. Decimal to fraction.
Move it to the left.
No, that's percent. Guys, please stop.
The 1 goes in the thing and the 2 goes up there.
Good. So the winner,
Oh, didn't we learn this?
the top guy,
That's what I'm saying.
I know, that's why I wrote it, goes in the house. The loser, bottom, is out in the rain. So, if it's 1/2, the top guy goes in the house. The loser stays out in the ring.
Yeah.
Okay? When I do this, 2 will not go into 1. That doesn't mean I'm done. It means I add a decimal
And then you bring the
and a
decimal
0.
up, and then 2 can go into 10, 5.
Hold on, let's everybody else catch up. So my decimal goes straight up. 2 goes into 10 5 times. Got down to 0, so that means that 1/2 equals 0.5. Okay? So let's run through a couple more examples real quick. 1/4. Top guy goes in the house. The loser's left out in the ring. Add a decimal to 0. 4 goes into 10 twice. Zach, make sure you're traveling along here, buddy. Goes into 20 5 times. So 1/4 equals 0.25.
You went too fast.
I'm shaking.
I am literally like go so fast. Literally.
Because it's not hard.
You're like Eminem.
You're like,
I'm sorry. I apologize, Waffle. When you put it down, 4 goes into 10 twice.
The waffles over here like.
So that's -8. Leaves me a 2. I bring down a 0. It doesn't magically transform to another number like you like to do in your work. It stays as a 0. So that now is a 20. 4 goes into 20 5 times. That's back 20. I get 0. I'm done. Okay? 1/8. Guys, it doesn't change by the numbers. Do not get confused by what the numbers are. And it's not the big guy goes in the house. It's the top guy. He is the winner. 8 goes into 1. Doesn't do it. Add a 0. It's going to be a 1. Goes into 20 twice. I do too. Goes into 40 5 times. Zach, why are you not writing this down? That's not a good excuse.
is this yours?
Still not a good excuse. So, 0.125. Here's another key, guys. When I'm dealing with a mixed number, and this is the way I like to teach it, some other teachers will actually have you turn this into an improper fraction first. I personally think that's senseless because the first thing you're going to do in that case is get the whole number back out. So I'm not going to make you get rid of the whole number because I can ignore the whole number if I'm turning it into a decimal. All I need to do is focus on the fraction part. Once I've got that done, then I will put the whole number back in front of it. So the same thing we've been doing, 3 and 4. That's going to go 7 times. Still not at 0. Bring down another 0. It's going to go 5 times. So I'm at 0 now, so it's 0.75. Now I take the whole number, put it back in front of it. 1.75. Easy enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we've got 6 minutes left for you to practice. Go ahead and go to the next page, guys. Now, if you want some extra practice, you can do this at home. But the last page is your homework. You'll notice the difference. One says classwork. Your next page, oh, that's the answers. Last page says homework.
Is this recording?
It is recording.
So we get to see.
So if you guys wanted the classwork answers,
Let's get it!